Since I was going to have more time on my hands, we signed Jace up for a fall travel ball team to help him make friends after their move. He'd played summer ball with the same team, and I'd yet to see any of his tournaments. I can't either. I squeezed his shoulder before unlocking my Lexus LX SUV with a press of a button on the driver's side door. They needed a ride to the hotel since they'd taken a rideshare to the field. Everyone piled into the car, and I cranked the engine, immediately turning on the seat warmers. With each passing day heading into mid-October, the nights became colder and colder. I'll tell you this, I turned to Jamie. I'm not going to miss the snow. Totally, she agreed, strapping on her seatbelt.
Coach Stat said it's going to be in the 80s in Phoenix.
Jace beamed. That sounds amazing. I backed out of the parking spot.
Are you bringing your swimsuit?
He asked. Yeah, it's in my suitcase, buddy. After my party, we were heading to Arizona for his baseball tournament. To outsiders, we probably looked like one big happy family, since Jamie and I had been determined to remain friends after we'd separated. We'd met at UCLA during my junior year and her sophomore year, dated for 2 years, and married in the fall of my debut season with the MLB after she graduated. We were married for 7 years, but we mainly stayed together because we had Jace and Cammy right away. In the end, me being on the road a lot was hard on Jamie, and she wanted a marriage where her husband was home every night. Funny thing was, we were both still single because she'd yet to find anyone to settle down with, and I'd never looked. Once we arrived at the hotel I'd been staying at since selling my house, I handed my keys to the valet and followed Jamie to her room to tuck the kids into bed.
Drink before you go?
Jamie asked as she closed the door to the bedroom part of the suite. Sure. I went to the minibar and grabbed a small bottle of whiskey for myself and a mini bottle of champagne for her. After pouring the alcohol into glasses, I handed my ex-wife her drink and we sat at the dining table.
It's crazy. This day has finally come,
she said as we clicked our glasses together. Yeah. We took sips of our drinks. I'd hoped to win the World Series in my last year, but the Rockies hadn't made the playoffs, so tonight's game ended without fanfare. Just a farewell. It was okay, though, because I'd had a distinguished career. I was a 3-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion. I had 4 Gold Gloves and a Silver Slugger Award. Plus, to go out without a major injury was, in my eyes, just as good as winning the pennant in my last season.
The kids are excited for you to be home every day.
I am too. Even though home will be in a strange town, I snorted.
If they can get used to it, so can you.
I know. Being in an unfamiliar place wasn't necessarily new to me because I hadn't always played for the Rockies. I was drafted by the Phillies right after Jamie and I started dating. I played for their minor league team for 2 years before being traded to Denver and making my big league debut at the Rockies. When I hit a grand slam during my first at-bat, I became a fan favorite.
And you know, Jace is excited to show off his MLB father.
I took another sip of my whiskey. Tell me about this Coach Stat. Jamie grinned ear to ear.
Well, he's hot.
I rolled my eyes. That's not what I mean.
I don't know.
She lifted a shoulder.
He's the coach.
But is he good? I knew the summer ball team had won one of their tournaments, but I didn't know the specifics. That was all going to change, and I couldn't wait to be a more involved father finally.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I'll be the judge of that. I gulped down the rest of my drink, made more small talk before saying goodbye to my ex, and then went to my room down the hall. Taking one last look in the mirror, I straightened the blue and gold paisley tie Cammy had given me for Father's Day, and then left my hotel room to meet everyone in the banquet room we'd rented for my party. Jamie had instructed me to be the last to arrive. As I made my way to the first floor, my nerves took over. I could play 9 innings in front of 50,000 people and not bat an eye.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.